Hi everyone, welcome back to Dramatic Budgets. If this is your first time here, then my name's Lisa and I am on a debt-free and hopefully savings journey to get rid of what started out as just under £11,000 worth of debt. If you have been with me before, then thank you so much for coming back and joining me for another video. I hope you have all had a lovely week. It is Sunday as I'm filming this, so I am going to do my weekly check-in, and then obviously after this I will film my cash stuffing for the following week. I haven't had chance to do my debt update. If people were expecting that to be my next video, I am sorry. It has just been a bit of a manic-ish week. I have worked some overtime, and then somebody left work on Friday and I had to pop out after work to go and finish getting her gifts before I went back into work. And yeah, it's all just been a little bit of a mishmash week. Yeah, I think we'll kind of go through it as we go, as we usually do. We will start off obviously, and I'll just talk you through my spending for the week. I will then obviously, while we check in, go through my wallets and see what we've got left, and then yeah, we'll just see how we go. So this week started on the 10th, which was Easter Monday, bank holiday, and has finished today on the 16th. So I didn't work Easter Monday because in my current job I don't work weekends or bank holidays. I will be doing in my new job, so things will change a little bit. So that will be that I didn't go to work, so I went and did my usual food shop in Sainsbury's, which was £28.94. So I was really glad that I rolled over that £20 from my food shop last week into this week's, and you'll see why as we go along. And I bought some flowers for my mum at £11. So she had mentioned the day before that she had not received an egg. She, like me and my sister, are all on Slimming World, and she's really trying hard at the minute. So I decided, instead of getting her an Easter egg, which would probably be demolished in about 5 seconds, I'd rather, get her something that might last a little bit longer. So I picked her up some flowers from me and my sister. So that came out of my gift wallet. And then there was this lovely unbudgeted, you will notice, at £170.56. Myself, my other half and my mum are all going to visit my friends, or our friends, in Germany in December. Usually the first week in December for years has either been a week where we go over to Germany, or as it was last year, they came over to us. So this year we are going over there. My other half has never been to visit these friends. He has met them over here, but he's never been to a German Christmas market, a proper Christmas market. And so I said, right, we'll go over this year and you can experience the festivities over there. So what is happening is my mum is going to drive to Germany early over the ferry. We are going to fly over and then we'll all come back together in the car. We always try to take the car, because otherwise we have in the past had to pay a €50 excess baggage fine because of all of the stuff that we wanted to take back. And myself and my other half are quite a fan of the German beer. So he's excited at the idea of being able to bring those back. So mum going in the car is a great idea. So we have booked our flights, which is what this £170.56 was. So I've booked the flight and paid the fee for these to choose the seats. So that came to a total of £170.56. I've paid that because I still owe him some money for our holiday in July. So I said, there's no point in you giving me money and me giving you some back. So that is pretty much wiped my debt off to him. So that's all good. So that was what the £170.56 is. Tuesday I was back at work, but did a lovely no spend day, all fantastic. Wednesday I had the light come on my car to tell me that my tyres need pumping up, and unfortunately the nearest garage to work, it is £1 for theirs, which is why I normally go to the one near my house, because it's 50p cheaper. So that was £1 out of my miscellaneous, and then I spent 99 pence of my spends on a packet of crisps at the same garage. Thursday was a lovely no spend day again, fabulous. And then on Friday I where have I put that? 115. What's the 115? I can't remember what the 115 was. So I think it's a packet of crisps at work, is the spends. I did go to the supermarket in the morning to pick up a card for the gift, because I hadn't realised that I needed to get the rest. And I had nothing for my lunch at work, so I actually picked up a meal deal in Morrison's, which is a fantastic meal deal now. If you can get these like fresh salads and things in it, it's really good. So I spent the £4 in Morrison's and £1.75, I think it was, on cards, and then the spends I spent in the hospital for a packet of crisps, and then when I got home, I did have to go back to the supermarket for the rest of the gifts, but the majority of the money my friend transferred over to me, that she'd collected. So there was only like a little bit extra that I needed to use out of my own money. And then when I did get to my mum's, she asked me to nip to the supermarket for a few bits that she needed for the evening, which in fairness, if I ask her to go to the supermarket and get me a few bits here and there, she will do it. So I'm quite happy to pay out of my own money for that. So that was £14.15 that I got for her. She was having a bit of a cheese and biscuits evening. So that was what the food bill was there. On Saturday I went out for drinks with people from work. We went to watch the Grand National in the pub. So I was in a rush, so I ended up with a McDonald's at £4.07. That's with 25% off. And I've just remembered I also had Slimming World, which I paid, I think it was £3.90, just on some hi-fi bars. And then this unbudgeted was for the actual drinks, because I had nothing in my date night social envelope. So the £19.25 was for 3 drinks and my train ticket to my other half, because I went straight after the race to his house because he'd been working, so he was making tea, and then my mum picked me up later, so I didn't need the return ticket. So that is the unbudgeted from yesterday. And then today is a no spend day, luckily, all good. So that was lovely. So we will flick over to our check-in page. So one of my lovely subscribers or viewers mentioned to me last week that the £20 that I rolled over into the food budget, I don't think I actually put into the numbers last week, and she said actually it would make your rollover pretty much right if you put that £20 in. So that's what I've done. So that means that we started off last week with £288.92, and I actually had £268.92. So yeah, because it should have been £289.46. So it's very, very near. So that was good. And then in total, I brought £236 through from my savings. That was obviously to cover what I use on Saturday as well as the flights. So that is that. So that gave me a total of £524.92. My bills, my Freeman's went out at a little bit less than I was expecting, so just a few pence. So that was £8.75. My Curry's insurance went out as expected, and then for some reason my dishwasher insurance hasn't gone out. I've just checked my bank and it did say it was expected to go out on the 13th of April. and it hasn't. Obviously the 13th was Thursday, so I can't see any reason why it hasn't gone out. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. So obviously I've put a 0 there because it hasn't gone out this week. I'll see whether or not it goes out next week, and if it doesn't, then obviously I will contact them and see what's happening with it, because as far as I know, I am still supposed to be paying for it. So who knows. So that is the bills. So that was only £11.74 in the end, which took us to £513.18. Now to the expenses. So I ended up obviously using lots of different envelopes when I went overboard on my spending. So the food envelope is completely empty, as you can see. So I did spend the full £40 that I had in my wallet for that. So that's £40. So I didn't actually use my fuel envelope for fuel. I've still got just over 3/4 of a tank, I think. So I didn't need to fill the tank at all this week, but I did use some for the other. So I only actually spent £1.92 out of that fuel envelope. So I've got £15 there in notes, and then I've got some coins as well. So I'll just take those out of there so that makes that empty. Oh no, Mr. Penny. There we go. So my spending envelope is completely empty. So that is the full £20 that I spent, and my miscellaneous is also empty, which is means I spent the full £5. So that is everything out there. So my budgeted came to a total of £189.81. Again, that was for what I used on yesterday, Saturday, and the flight money as well. So that was a total of £256.73. Excuse me, leaving me with £256.45. So savings, we will have a look. So obviously we will start off with the penny challenge. There ain't much. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8 pence, and I have got an 8p on here, so we'll just cross that one off. So we will, I've put quite a lot of the money because I did spend some of it on my card, so a lot of the change out of these envelopes have actually gone into my back to bank envelope. So unless I need to use that, obviously we'll use it. So that is in there. Apologies. So that is that. So that is the 8 pence. So save the year. We will have a look what is left in there, because I've got £15 here. So let's see if that will use up everything. So not quite the full, but we have got, so 10, 15. Right, because I can't do it all, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put £10 in, because I can't make the other 5 into here. So I'm going to leave that for my other challenge, and I'll just put £10 into this, because then I've still got sort of like £20 to put in. So we will have, pop that into there. So we're only halfway through the month, so you know, we're halfway through that, that's fine. So we will just put on there that we've put £10 in. So the 52-week challenge, we can put the £5 in. So we will just get this out of here. Just make sure that you can actually see, I always forget. So, and we've got £5, so we'll pop that in there. So that is all good. This is the bit I always struggle with, to get this back in on camera. Off camera, perfect fine, can get it in straight away. On camera, I'm like a gibber and wreck, and I suddenly can't use my hands. So that is £5 into there. And then my puzzle challenge, let's pop that away. I have got £3 coins there. So I'll just put £3 on there before I forget. And we will bring the puzzle challenge in. So 4s and 5s, 4, 5. There's a 2 there, 2 there. Oh, £3. So we'll have the 3. So we will pick a green. So and this is where everybody always goes really quiet. Doesn't matter how old you are, you know, you always go quiet and concentrate when you... I always remember my grandma telling me to keep in the lines when I was a kid. So there we go. So that is the £3 done. So that's fine. And then if you watched my cash stuffing video from last week, you'll know that I put £20 into my emergency fund and £5 into gifts, which was probably a good job because I spent it. So it is Sunday evening. So yes, I am going to use a calculator. So because I do not trust my brain. So that was £43 and 8p. So that left us with £213 and 37. 213, 37. And then my overdraft was only £1.68 that I used, so that's all good. So that left us with £211 and 69p. It's still off. So I have actually got £193.40 in my accounts and everything, and all my cash. So who knows? Who knows? So we will pop that into next week. 193.40. Yes. So that is it really for my weekly check-in. I don't think I'm alone at the minute in that I've noticed comments from lots of people and budgeters and things, and I think everybody weirdly is struggling at the moment. Not everybody's struggling, but there are some people that I've noticed in videos and that have commented. I am super behind on videos. I am very much trying to catch up with everybody's videos. If you have noticed that I haven't seen any recently, but I am still about 12 days behind, which is not good because I've got a weekend away coming up, and it means I'm probably not going to get to watch any there either. But yeah, I think I am not alone in saying that I feel I'm struggling a little bit with my budget. And I hate to kind of say that because I was, you know, the back end of last year and even the beginning of this year, I was so positive, and I kind of don't want to get down on myself because I know cash stuffing works and I know it works for me, and I am in a much better position now than I was 12 months ago, 2 years ago, certainly 2 years ago. You know, I've managed to pay a debt off. I am getting there with my other debts, and I think it's probably because of the amount of unbudgeted I've had in the last month or two, that's causing me to feel a little bit of anxiety over my budget. And some of it is probably pressure on myself because I'm a definite over worrier. I'm an overthinker. You know, I do worry, and I shouldn't worry because I know that these savings, although I had put them into a pot for my credit card, I know, and everybody else knows, that if I hadn't have taken that from that savings pot, I would have ended up putting it on a credit card. And then I'd become depressed when I saw my credit card bills come in because I'd be back to almost maxing my credit cards out. So I know a lot of it is my brain working the way it does. I know a lot of it is because I keep looking at the numbers because of the amount of unbudgeted I've had this month and thinking, I can't really put any money into sinking funds this week like I wanted to. And that always makes me feel down because I like being able to have that little bit of money to put aside every week. But yeah, so I just kind of wanted to, I don't even know, when you start talking about stuff and you think, I don't even know why I'm talking about it. But I think I'm talking about it because it helps me to verbalize and vocalize kind of what I'm feeling. And I know that you wonderful people that watch my videos, week in, week out and comment, always kind of seem to make me feel better by making me realize that I'm not alone and that things are not as bad as what I think they are. And it's just, yeah, I just feel, I don't know how I feel about everything at the minute. And I was trying not to sort of think about the fact that I might be getting the lump sum. As I'm filming this, I am with Unison, who obviously had quite a big overwhelming vote yes to the pay deal. The other main union, RCN, has said no. And so everything's kind of up in the air again because we don't really know what that means in the long run. A lot of the other unions, including the one that my mum's in, they are still voting. I think the one my mum's with, she said doesn't finish the vote until the 28th of the month. They've got a meeting in May. So I kind of don't know whether that's playing on my mind a bit, because although you always say to yourself, oh, I'm not leaning on that money, because it's not really money yet and all that. In the back of your head, it's a bit like, on a game show, you kind of subconsciously working out what you're going to spend the money on. So I don't know if that's part of it, but yeah, I don't know. I just feel I am struggling a little bit with my budget at the moment, and I don't really know why, apart from the fact that I seem to be doing these unbudgeted all of a sudden, and I just seem to have had a really bad January and February. March wasn't too bad. April isn't as bad, but sort of is feeling it like it. And yeah, I just don't know kind of whether I'm just overthinking everything or whether I should have some real concerns and anxieties. And the best way that I know how to try and calm myself is to essentially tell you in the wonderful world of YouTube, because where possible you give me advice and kind of correct me if you've seen stuff that it's like a fresh pair of eyes. You guys obviously tend to see a lot of different things in my budget than I do, and sometimes that really helps when you kind of show me. And yeah, so on that note, I am going to shut up now. I am going to stop, or at least try to stop stressing quite so much, and look forward to the next week. I am going to London with my mum and my sister on Friday. Most things are paid for, so the train, the accommodation, the show we are seeing, the afternoon tea, the Shard that we're going to, they are all paid for. The only thing that I haven't paid for is the afternoon tea that we've booked, and then obviously there will be food on Friday night when we get there, and breakfast on Saturday and Sunday, them sorts of bits. But I have said before, there is a possibility my mum will pay for those, but I have got £85 in my holiday envelope that I'm going to take with me, and so that I can use that if I need to. So I'm going to look forward to that, because it's time away with, my mum and my sister. We don't get to spend a lot of quality time together anymore, because my sister has moved away, and we just don't really get a chance to be together and enjoy each other's company. So I am going to enjoy that, and I obviously will let you guys know when I film next Sunday when I'm back, just how it went. So yes, thank you for listening to my rambling if you are still here. If you haven't subscribed and you would like to, obviously I would love to have you on this journey. Click the like button if you liked this video, and there is obviously the option to comment down below if you would like to as well. Until next time, guys, I hope you all have had a wonderful weekend and have a lovely week, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.